Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another Sailor Piece video, and in today's video I'm going to show you the best artifact stat in Sailor Piece, and that is the Abyssal Crown. If you want maximum damage, insane crits, and just melt bosses fast, this is the build you need. So first, why is Abyssal Crown actually the best? This stat is considered S+ tier and the best for pure damage builds. Here's what makes it broken. For 2-piece bonus, it gives plus 20% crit damage, which is the highest out of all the stats. For 4-piece bonus, it gives 12.5% crit chance and 20% damage. That means once you complete the full set, your damage just spikes like crazy. You're basically stacking crit plus raw damage at the same time, which is perfect for DPS builds. If you're wondering where to farm it, you can get Abyssal Crown from Ninja Island and Lawless Island mobs. So yeah, just grind those areas, farm mobs, and pray for good drops. And make sure to auto-delete common, rare, and epic artifacts so you won't get stuck up with low rarity artifacts, and you'll get more dust for leveling. You could keep epics if you couldn't get the main stat you need for the body and boots for legendary pieces. Now let's get into my personal build. This is where things really matter. For your main stats, here's what I recommend. For helmet, it just gives HP, so it doesn't really matter too much. For gloves, it's the same thing, it just naturally gives damage main stat. For body, my best pick is the crit rate. Crit damage is also good, but it's not as consistent as crit rate main stat. For boots, damage is our best bet. This setup focuses heavily on boosting your damage output and crit consistency. So now listen, this part is what separates a normal build from a cracked build. For your substats, always aim for crit damage, crit rate, and damage. These are the best stats for DPS builds in general. If you can't get the 3, 2 of any from it can work. Or if you really can't get 2, then just try getting crit damage or crit rate. But here's the most important part. Your crit balance matters a lot. So for example, if you have a 50% crit chance, you should aim for around 100% crit damage. If you have a 100% crit chance, you should aim for around 200% crit damage. And I can say my build is somewhat near that ratio. This keeps your damage consistent while still letting your crits hit super hard. If your crit damage is high but your crit rate is too low, you'll just hit weak most of the time. So balancing both is key. And also don't forget, artifacts aren't your only source of crits. You can also get crit chance and crit damage from spec, passive, and power. Best spec is Rampage. Berserker also works since it also gives high crit damage and damage. The best power is Colossus for crit chance and crit damage. Another way of getting damage, crit chance, and crit damage is in Tower and Boss Rush. Make sure to upgrade them as much as possible since these gives permanent boosts. So stacking them with Abyssal Crown makes your build way stronger overall. So why is this build actually so strong? Because you're stacking high base damage, high crit chance, and high crit damage. And when all of that combines with the Abyssal Crown bonuses, you basically turn into a glass cannon that deletes everything. Even the community agrees that if you want damage, Abyssal Crown is the go-to set. So here's some quick tips before you go. Always try to complete the full 4-piece set, but if you couldn't get the 4-piece, you can always try the 2-piece, but it's not as good as the 4-piece. Don't settle for bad substats. Keep grinding. Upgrade your best artifacts using dust, and focus on crit stats first before anything else. And that's it for today's video. If this helps you out, drop a like and subscribe for more Sailor Piece guides, and comment down below what build you're using right now. See you in the next one.